Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Real Talk Journeys of Resilience and Success. And today we are on episode 51. And today's topic is from cleaning supervisor to digital dream builder Anna's stories of faith, family, and freedom. So that's what we're going to be talking today. So she's going to be joining us in a few minutes. But before we dive into our topic for today, let me introduce myself. So, hi everyone, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor. I also want to remind everyone that if you want to start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is just register in my website that appears on the screen with your name and email address, and I'll send you that information uh, what to register to the live webinar. So when you register into my website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. So the first one is to register to the webinar, which happens every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. So you can register to either one or to both. And then the second link that you get to on that email is the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend our live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, I want to invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. So now you're probably wondering, okay, so what I'm going to find out on the webinar? So on the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also you get the opportunity to listen from the panelists who are members of our community who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So let's find out who were the hosts and panelists from yesterday's live webinar. Okay, so yesterday's live webinar, we have as a host Shannon. She's a retired wedding planner. And our first panelist is Crystal. She's a corporate job quitter. We also have Tori, a teacher turned stay at home mom. And then we have Cherie and Ashley, a behavior and specialist and retired athlete. They're two sisters. And then Julie is a waitress and server. And then we have Rachel and Joy is SHAM and a construction retire. We also have Flor de Lisa, health worker, and we have Chic, stay at home mom. So as you see, we have all different walks of life, but they all have something in common. And that is, they took that leap of faith to change their lives and their families' lives. So there you go. So, like I mentioned before, if you want to learn how to start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is just register into the website, and I'll be happy to send you that link so you can catch this replay before next Tuesday's live webinar. All right, so let's dive into our topic again. So, like I mentioned, we are on episode 51, and today's topic again is from cleaning supervisor to digital dream builder. Anna's story of faith, family, and freedom. So before I bring Anna to the studio, let me introduce Anna to you guys. So I'm so honored to welcome today's inspiring guest. Anna she's a proud mom and wife originally from the Philippines. Anna now lives in the Netherlands, where she works as a cleaning supervisor and runs her own digital business. Despite not having a college degree back home, Anna is living proof that determination, faith, and action can open doors to new opportunities. As digital business owner, she's building a brighter future for herself and her family, one step at a time. So her story is all about resilience, growth, and creating success on your own terms. So get ready to be inspired, and let's bring Anna to the studio. Hi, Anna. Thank you so much for coming.
Wow! Oh my gosh! Episode 51. Hello, everybody. Good evening from my side of the world. Wow! Thank you for having me here. I didn't expect that. Wow! What an introduction! Thank you! Thank you! What I
Thank
have
you.
to say, yes, I am Anna. You said everything. Oh, I'm so excited for tonight's episode, Sandy. I'm very grateful that you said yes to me when I reach out to you. That is something.
And thank you for also, being my guest on this episode. So thank you so much. Okay. Um, so is there anything else you want to add extra besides the introduction that I say, or
Um, yes, I could say that. Hello, everybody. Um, I want to start by saying thank you, of course, for being here with me, for having me here today, yeah, tonight. I'm not a speaker or a coach. I'm just a regular Filipino woman living in the Netherlands, learning and growing one day at a time. I don't know why it seems like you read my mind. So to add on that, I was born and raised in the Philippines, and I was here in the Netherlands for more than 3 years now. So it's been quite a roller coaster because I have no college degree and I struggled with language barrier and of course the culture shock, and I'm learning the language while I'm working, while I'm a mom, and now I'm running my digital business. So it's a kind of challenging but so worth it. And yes, thank you. That's just a simple me, Sandy.
thank you so much for the introduction. And I do relate to you because, I also, I came here, I came a little bit, in my 13 years old, but the same thing, I experienced the language barrier, the culture shock. So I do understand what you went through. So, because I can relate to your story. We do have a comment here from Jeffrey Riham Lawigan. He say, hi, sis,
Hello,
watching from
sis.
UK. Thank you for
Thank you.
watching. And thank you for the comment. Okay, so let's dive in into the questions. Okay, so first question for you. Okay, Anna, you started this journey as a new mom and immigrant with no tech experience. What gave you the courage to take that leap and start your own digital business, even when things felt uncertain?
Wow. You know, to be honest, I didn't feel brave. I felt desperate. Not for success, but for change. So I had just given birth. That was when I found this opportunity. It was my baby was 2 months old, and I was still healing. Since my first baby, I was 32 years old. We didn't have savings because we just brought our first car here in Netherlands. I was tired physically, emotionally, and even spiritually, you know. But when I look at my son, I made a promise in silence that he will not suffer what I suffered during my younger years. I will do everything I can to give him more. I think that's one. I had no tech experience. I didn't know even how to manage a laptop or computer. I was also scared of failing, but I knew two things. First, I could learn, and I know that 100%. And second, I didn't want my child to grow up watching me settle. So, I said yes. Not because I had all the answers, but because I couldn't ignore the possibility. And now, looking back, I'm so glad I didn't wait for confidence. Sandy, I am so proud to tell you that I started this business with faith. So that's the courage that I had. Looking back, it's been almost 2 years and still fresh, you know.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that. There is another comment here from Lilybeth Siervo. She said, "Ooh, lovely to see you, sis Anna, watching from Canada."
Wow, hello sis. Thank you.
Um, okay, so um, yeah, that is, like I think every parent out there, that they always want to be able to provide, you know, or have provide a better life than the one that you had. And
Mhm.
like that's your strong why, be able to give to your son, um, a better life of what you had. And like you mentioned, you had your doubts, because you didn't have any tech experience,
Yes.
you didn't have any knowledge. um, but like you mentioned, you one thing you were certain is that you wanted to provide a better life for your son. So that's your main fuel, that's your why that keep push you and getting out of your that comfort zone, and take that
Yes.
leap of faith to be able to do this business, go into a new venture, something totally new for you. But despite those fears, your faith was stronger than your fears, and your why was stronger. That's what you have um, that fuel to be able to go into this new journey for you. So thank you for sharing that. And hopefully, a lot of people are listening to your story, because there's so many people out there that are in the same situation as you. They see
Yes.
themselves as not having technical skills. They're not having the knowledge, but really the truth is, you don't need any technical skills. You don't need any knowledge, because this business is designed for anyone who doesn't have any skills, who doesn't have any knowledge. Why? Because we have a video-based training that you can follow on your own at your own pace, and it's easy to follow. And besides that, we also have all the tools and support that you need to be able to succeed in this business. We have a global online community. I mean, just showing here, I'm from Canada, you're from Netherlands. So there you go. So we can show that
Yes.
we are global. So, and the other thing, like you have a mentor, you have a coach, and because we are global, it doesn't matter what time of the day, like if you come late at night, from your work, and let's say you want to work on your business, and you have a question, you can ask someone in the community, and someone from around the other side of the world, where it might be daytime for them. They will answer your question, and they will be able to assist you. And also, your networking is growing
True.
globally, because now you're not focusing just in locally where you are, but also you get to meet a lot of people around the globe, just like us right now. We're doing collaboration. Now we met, we create a new
Mm-hmm.
friendship. So that's how
True.
this beauty is. And then we also have the conventions where we go, and then we also meet other people besides the ones that we know, that we get to meet like in person finally. But being there, because our community is so big that we don't know everyone.
Mm-hmm.
um, we're they're also meeting new people that we didn't know. So that's how it
Awesome.
also gives you that opportunity to keep meeting people. And because you meet other people that are ahead of your journey, they also are able to guide you and provide you insights along the journey for you, and you can learn from them, and then that way you keep growing in this business. Okay, so
Exactly.
second question for you. So you and your husband Patrick balance hospitality work and your online business while raising your son. So how do you manage that balance, and what has this business made possible for your family life?
Wow. Um, I'll be honest. There are still days that I cry in the bathroom. Days when I feel like there's not enough of me to go around. But you know what's different now? I'm no longer just surviving. It's really, really not easy to work the whole day and go home tired. I work in a cleaning company, although I'm not really doing it like me alone, more on supervising people, but it's really tiring. It's not just physically, but mentally.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband worked in also there on the same place, but he has a different department. Although we have a different kind of tiredness, but we we go home, we go work the same time, we go home the same time, and there are times that are really hard to be patient with my 2-year-old son. And I think, before this business, it was like wake up, go to work, come home tired, sleep, repeat. So
Mm-hmm.
now we're building something for us, for our future. Even if we still work in cleaning, it doesn't help. It doesn't feel hopeless anymore because we know why we're doing it. So this business gave us a small wins that feels big, like having time together. Yeah. traveling, and while business is running, like we go to Paris, we go to Germany, we go just every weekend even. My time to do the business is at night time when my baby is sleeping. So I really don't have time to every day. I just spend 2 to 3 hours at least a day, as much as I can, to work on my business, because this business really doesn't need 24/7 to be online. If you guys are seeing me posting, like on my business page, is very active because I can do, how do I say that, I can manage it every time, and it doesn't need to be stuck on that one, and I can schedule everything. I can schedule on Facebook. So I am happy and I'm grateful that I am able to watch my son growing, and also just play together, and I didn't have to worry about my business is running or not, because it's once it's set up, it's always running. It's there. So I'm just waiting for people to reach me out, and then give them the link like they need to watch to start their own digital business too. And this is something that we couldn't do before, because without the goal, without the vision to just work, it's just stuck. I also, don't get me wrong, when I didn't start this business, I also didn't know that I was stuck. I didn't know that I was in that position, that I see myself doing the same thing with a majority of all the people, like just go to work, pay the bills, uh, finish. How would I say that? Um,
Kind of like the
yeah,
same cycle.
yeah, the same cycle, the same cycle. And honestly, it's not about being perfect with time. I've heard this a lot of people reaching out to me that it's not perfect time for me, it's not yet for me. No, there's no such word called perfect time. It's about being present with what matters. For me, I grew up very poor, Sandy. I was I that's why I didn't go to college, because my parents cannot afford it. So my goal really now is to let my brothers and sisters finish their college, because I believe education is very important, and from there they have to keep learning. But that also doesn't mean that if you don't finish college, then you just stop learning, because I've also seen a lot of people that are had the degree, but they didn't have the courage to pursue more on learning, so they get also stuck on where they are. And if you finish your college now or 5 years ago, it's already outdated. So I would say that I'm so happy and blessed that I am able to switch that on my brain. I need to keep learning. That's the only thing I have with me. And on this business, like what you said, it's very doable. It's very possible. Whatever your background, wherever you're coming from. So, yes, that's it for me on that question, Sandy. I hope I give something for that.
Oh, yes, you did. Thank you so much. It's very inspiring. Thank you for sharing. Um, yeah, you mentioned, you were stuck into that cycle. And I think you're not the only one. A lot of us, like we get into that cycle. And I think it's because, we think that there's no other option out there for
Mm-hmm.
us, besides, work, going home and then do the same routine as always. And also because, that's the way that we have been conditioned, and, in life, in society, that, you study, you go to school, and then you work. But now we are in a new digital era, the digital world. And this era, it gives the opportunity to anyone to be able to
True.
create a better lifestyle. The things like you mentioned, you have to work on your mindset, and you have to be able to see that, because we can show you the opportunity, but if you don't have the right mindset yet when it comes to be able to see that opportunity, you won't be able to see it until you are faced into what we call the aha moment, that
Mm-hmm.
you got no choice, that you're looking, and then that's when you see this opportunity. But we are here, showcasing you different stories. Like today we're listening to Anna's story. because we want to show you that, you know, there's a lot of people like us, you know, like you are watching us, we are like you. We were in the same shoes as you before. And we thought also that, you know, there was nothing else out there besides, you know, working. But we found out there is options,
That is
and
way.
this option allow us to be able to build a better lifestyle. You can keep working on your job and do this on the side, you know, like Anna's doing and I'm doing. But eventually this online business, like you might call it like side hustle or plan B, you know, it will become your plan A, because it will surpass your actual income that you're making right now. And that's the beauty of this business. If you want to continue working at that time because you really love your job, you can keep doing it. I mean, we do have some people in our community that they don't need to work, but
Mm-hmm.
they do what they they do, you know, on their job, that they continue working and they're still building the business on the side, but they really don't need to, um,
No.
with what they're making. But that's a choice, you know. There's other people that they decided to quit their job and they're be fully present for their kids, you know, like Anna, that's what she wants to be, no, not missing any milestone of their kids, you know. And that's one of the things, you know, like a lot of parents focus on providing to their kids, but because of that, you know, like they have to work, so they're not fully present, they're missing those milestones. You know, like when they are in school, they have those school activities, you know, they cannot attend because, you know, they're working. Or like it's
Mm-hmm.
Christmas time, you know, they usually have those Christmas presentation in school, and they cannot attend. And those are things that, you know, your kid is watching, because, you know, they're usually looking through the crowd to see where's my dad, where's my mom, you know, and they can't see it. So they see someone else in place. If you have someone else, like usually, you know, when we come to a new country, we don't have anybody.
No.
Like like for example, here I'm just with my parents and I. That's the whole family I have here.
Oh,
So
I'm
it's the same.
alone.
Yeah, exactly. You're alone. You don't even have your parents or
Mm-hmm.
brothers and sisters. But yeah, that's the story of all of us immigrants here, you know.
True.
Um, so, but you know, because of that, you know, we, like a lot of you know, parents, you know, they work to be able to provide that, but at the same time, you know, we are neglecting those m- family moments, you know, because we are working. But now, you know, because of the digital era that I was mentioned before, you have options to be more fully present in your kids' life, to be able to not missing any milestone, to be able to build those family memories, you know, that no one can take away from them and from you, you know. And you will build in that very close relationship, which is very important nowadays, you know, because a lot of kids get lost out there if you don't have that strong relationship with your kids. So yeah, so thank you for sharing that. Let me see if I'm missing something. Yeah, you mentioned to be present to what matters,
Yeah.
and that's very important. Yeah, and that's your family, you know, and keep learning, and that's what this business allows you to do too. Um, See, when we start this journey, we think only that is about the financial part of it. But once we are inside, we realize that there's more than that. It's a
True.
journey that it allows you to grow. It's a journey that allows you to work on your self development. You know, building more confidence. Just a good example. I don't know if you were, but I'm not. I'm very shy to be in front of the camera. You know,
Me
but
too.
I had
I
to get
have
out.
no Facebook.
But I had to get out of my comfort zone. You know, because I wanted to be able to connect with my audience. So this wasn't it didn't happen overnight, you know. I had to transition, you know. I recorded myself first, and then eventually, you know, I started to do lives, and then it was okay because no one was watching. But then suddenly one night someone was watching, and then I forgot everything because I was so afraid. But yeah, that was my first person that was watching, and I got my first experience. But yeah, it was scary. But yeah, you have to, in this journey, you know, you are growing. And that's the beauty. That's what I love. And you are always learning new things because we are in the digital world area. You're
True.
learning about technical skills, all the new apps that are going, that you can utilize to make your business, work for you, and save you time. And also, all the trends that are happening because you want to be keeping up with that. And the training that we have is always updated to those, what is those trends that is happening, so we are always um, updated when it comes to that to be able
Of
to
course.
succeed in this business with the strategies and all that. We do have a comment here from Matt's or Aunt Angeles. She say, hello, ladies, watching from Qatar, Middle East. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your
Hello.
comment. Um, so yeah, so this is, like this business allows to give you a lot of nuggets. Another one that, for example, Anna, her son is small, but her son is gonna be growing with her with her business. So he's gonna be watching her mom, you know, getting out of the comfort zone, doing things,
Mm-hmm.
overcoming challenges, overcoming obstacles, going for her dreams, and those are a legacy that you can leave to your kids because they're gonna see you and they're gonna get inspired and they say, well, if my mom went for her dreams, not having any technical skills, not having that knowledge on when it comes to the online business, then I can do it too, you know.
True.
And that's a legacy that you can also leave. Besides, we have also a financial legacy where you can pass on your business to your kids and to your loved ones. But that legacy, they're seeing you, they're watching you, and they're learning with you, watching you. And that's a legacy that you can leave to your kids. So there's a lot of things that you can learn on this journey. And many times we also find in ourselves along the way, through this journey because it's a journey that you have ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And through those down moments, that's where you start finding yourself, reflecting in your life, and working on your mindset. That's how you build that resilience, and you build that strong mindset. um, and you find new things that you love that you didn't know that you love. You find new skills that you didn't know that you had because you never
True.
try. How can we know if we cannot do that if we haven't tried? You need to try. You need to get out of that comfort zone to find out, do I like this or or I don't like this, so it's just by taking that leap of faith, by getting out of your comfort zone, is that you're gonna really find, that opportunity, finding new things that you thought that you were not capable, and then you are, it's finding it yourself along the way. So this is a good thing, and time management, that's another one. A lot of us, we start with this and we don't have we struggle
Time.
with time management at the beginning, but as we go through, we start learning more how to manage our time. And it really helps this business, when it comes to helping ourselves to grow and to continue on self-development. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, so third question for you. So you often speak to moms and dreamers on your platform. So what message do you have for those who feel stuck, overwhelmed, or unsure they are qualified to start something new?
Wow. No, before I answer that question, Sandy, I just want to clarify, that starting this business is my way of getting out to repeating the history,
Mhm,
because my parents didn't have anything and maybe they don't have the opportunity before, they don't have the courage. So me being as the eldest in the family, I really want to show that to my siblings that there is hope. Although I have two sisters that are finished in college, and I have two brothers that now I'm supporting in the Philippines, and they are also almost, one is almost done. He is taking up marines, when you go into cruise ship, something like that. And
mhm,
the youngest is taking up pharmacist. So having a college students in the Philippines, and I'm the only one providing, is is like, it's a lot of responsibility. But again, I that's why I am starting this business, because I want to show them that if I can do this, they can too.
Mhm.
If I can do all of this, and I really want to break that cycle, I really want to cut that cycle, that I don't want to repeat history, that I want to have, yeah, like what you said, a legacy for my son, that 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 I don't have, that I didn't get from my parents. Although the legacy that they give me is having that courage to keep going. They teach me that keep going, be kind, and have courage. That's it, because they don't have that also. So my message is, what is that again? My message is this: you don't need, to everyone watching out there, you don't need to wait until you feel ready. Because the truth is, if you're waiting to feel confident, you might wait forever.
Mhm.
I've heard this a lot, and I've said this a lot, and I will say that again and again and again, because that was me. When I started, I was full of doubts. I keep thinking, I had no degree, I had no experience. What if I fail? All the what ifs you can think of. What if, what people might say to me? But then, of course, I asked myself, what if this works? What if this is the door I've been praying for so long? Because I've been praying that I I want something that I can work on, that can support me, my family, that I can be present for my kids, and I for my son when I gave birth. And this was the answered prayer for me. So to all people watching out there, please remember that you are not too late. When I reached 30 years old, all of the people in the Philippines were like, "Oh, you need to have a baby because it's too late for you." You need all the pressure in the neighborhood, in the community, everything. But I just realized that my son came into the perfect moment. It's like perfect. There are perfect times and everything. So you are never too late. You are not too old. You are not too broken, and you don't need anyone's permission to want more. Especially starting something new, starting this digital business that you can build for your future. Not just for your future, but something you can build that you can leave behind. Because that's really what matters. I don't want my family to suffer while I'm gone. It's not about what I have. It's about when I'm gone, I know that I did everything I can to my family. That I that's really what matters for me. So if you feel stuck right now, that's okay. I think we all been there. Just don't stay there. Don't stay stuck. Let that feeling push you to explore, to ask questions, and to try. Even if it's slow, even if it's messy, your story matters. And most importantly, you matter. We matter. And what else? Yeah, this journey didn't change my life overnight. So, just to make it clear, but it changed me. It gave me back my voice, my confidence, and most of all, me, my fire. I didn't know, like what Sandy was telling earlier, I didn't know that I had that courage. I didn't know that I can learn new things. I didn't know that I'm capable of more. Not until I decided that, yes, I'm capable of doing more. I deserve the best life in this world. I'm still a cleaner. I'm still a full time mama. But I'm also a woman who said yes to herself. I'm a woman. I'm so proud to tell that I didn't let fear win. So if you're watching this and something in your heart is whispering, maybe this could be for me too. Don't ignore it. I'm not special. I am just someone who decided to believe, even I was scared. I was really scared when I started this. I'm not ashamed of that, because I think fear is always in our life. Is
Mhm.
part of our life wherever we go. We're always fear of something, but it's not about fear. Is normal if you just acknowledge it and do something about it. And if I can do this, maybe you can too. I'm 100% you can do it. So Thank you so much for having me tonight, Sandy. I'm really, 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 really appreciate that. That I don't have a special story, but I know that my story has as a story of a lot of people. That a story of hope. There's hope. And last one thing, if no one has told you this today, you are allowed to dream again. And if you ever need someone to remind you, it's not too late. I'm right here. This business, this journey made me believe that dreams do come true. And it allows me to dream again, not just for myself, but for the people I love. I love my family, and I want to be remembered as what I did, for them, like really not just working and spending the rest of my life there. And yes, we are allowed to dream again. Thank you so much, Sandy.
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I think we never should stop dreaming because dreaming is good, but also dream stays a dream if you don't take action. So you gotta take action towards your dream. So if whatever dream you have, take action because without actions is nothing is going to happen. Um, so I wanna say that, and I love a lot of things that you share there. You don't need permission from anyone, and that's true. You just gotta do you, and what is best for you and for your family. It doesn't matter what other people think around you. They might not understand at the moment, but later on they will. But you just gotta focus on your journey, focus on your goal, on your mission. And you mentioned anyone can do it. That's true. We have people here in the community from 18 years old all the way to 85 that I'm aware. So if they can
True.
do it, with no technical skill, no knowledge, so can you. So be inspired, today by Anna's story because her story is very inspiring. And what else we say here? Yeah, if you're like you're skeptical or you have doubts, or you don't think that you don't believe in yourself, like Anna said, don't stay there, do something about it because um staying there is nothing's going to change. You're gonna still remaining on the same place. And one thing that I like about you talk about fear, and like fear is true, like fear doesn't go away. A good example of that is I had fear when I started to do lives. Okay. But as I practice and practice, I overcome my fears. But once in a while, for some reason out of the blue, that fear comes up again, and then I had that fear. But you know how I've overcome the fear? By just doing it. So I do the live, and as I go through the live, that fear disappear. So fear doesn't go away, but fear is kind of like the push. If
True.
you take that push to take you to the other side where you can have success of whatever you want to achieve. So you gotta really take action and just do it. And you're gonna be able to overcome that fear. And like Anna mentioned, fear doesn't ever goes away, but fear is there to push you to do things that you are able to do, but you are holding yourself back from doing it. So don't let fear taking over
Hold
you.
you back.
You know, you gotta defeat that fear and do it. Um, you mentioned that um, you that this business gave you back your voice. So it's true. That's one of the things that I was mentioning before. Through when we start this journey, we think about only the financial part of it, but as we go through our journey, because of all the things that we face, we face milestones, we face happiness, we feel joys, but we also face doubts along the way,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like ups and downs, like anything in life, really. But through our journey, we start finding ourselves, you know because of those challenges. We start working on the mindset, and really, this is a journey that allows you to reflect something that, because of our job, we are always on that cycle. So we
Mm-hmm.
never pause. We never take time to, to think about it, and reflect, what we are doing. Is it really worth it? Like the kind of lifestyle that we are having right now, or do I need to look for something better? It doesn't give you that chance because you're already so used to that cycle, you
True.
know. But when we are on a journey here on the online business, it's a different journey because it's a journey of endurance, but mentally. And that endurance mentally is the one that helps you to find yourself, to reflect, to pause when you need to pause and reflect on your life, to be able to help you to keep going forward. So that's why, when you say you find your voice, is through that journey that we find our voice. We find ourselves, who we really are, who we are meant to be, you know, who we are meant to help. So it's a journey that we really, I love. It's ups and downs, but I really love this journey because all the things that we learn along the way as we go through our journey. So the other thing, yeah, I love the way that you say, don't ignore the whispering when you hear that. And that is true. Many times, we feel it, that something is saying us to, you gotta do something about it, but we tend to ignore, and not paying attention. But you gotta listen more to those signs that they're giving you, that you're listening to, and try to do what it says. Because just a good example, like when I found this online business opportunity, I was passing a lot of ads and I wasn't skipping them, but for some reason this one
Mm-hmm.
came up, and I hear that was the whisper, you know I hear, like, just watch it, you got nothing to lose, just watch it.
Yeah.
So I did, and that was the best decision I did, because if I wouldn't have pause and listen to the ad, I wouldn't have found this opportunity. And I've been waiting for an opportunity like this 5 years before I found this one. So,
Wow.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta listen, and when you get those intuitions, or whispers, pay
Yeah.
attention to it because that's a sign for you to pay attention to what it's trying to tell you.
Exactly.
Don't ignore it. Um, I think we're gonna leave it like that. So yeah, thank you for sharing all those nuggets, Anna. You're really, inspiring through your story. I hope so. A lot of people got inspired, because you know, being, I know in the Philippines, usually the oldest is the one that is the bread maker. That's how they call it. Yeah,
Breadwinner.
breadwinner. The breadwinner of the family. So yeah, so like you mentioned, you want to be an inspiration to your siblings, that they can do whatever they set their mind to. They can have a better life, than the one that you guys had when you were growing up. So um, it's true that, like, we always want to have a better life, and but we don't know how. But we are
Mm-hmm.
so grateful that, we were able to find this online opportunity that open our eyes to what is out there for us, and to be able to create that lifestyle, that dream lifestyle that we want to build. Like, for example, you want to be able to build, and provide for your son that kind of lifestyle you didn't have. So he doesn't have those limitations, and he will be learning about all your journey. So learning those skills that, are very important for us, for example, to have an open mindset, be able to overcome challenges, and learning about the business.
Exactly.
A lot of kids, that from the parents that have done, they're following the footstep, and they're doing this
True.
business. So yeah. Although your voice is so little right now, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's true. I really don't want to repeat history because I've seen this a lot to a lot of people. A lot of Filipino people, I believe, they are all hardworking. We are all hardworking. We are overall in the world. We are everywhere. And it's like nurses, domestic helpers, and I've seen a lot neighbors that have been working for 40 years abroad, and the moment that they cannot work anymore, they are already tired, they're already have sickness, all this
Mhm.
pain in their body, and they go home, and what they have, nothing. They have a house that they couldn't even maintain it, so they start over again, and it's so painful because you see them working so hard, supporting all these families, sisters, relatives, supporting them, everything, giving everything while they work so hard, and then at the end of the day, none of those people help them.
Yeah.
I don't want that to be my story. So I really have that kind of limitations, boundaries, that no. If this happened to a lot of people, people in my place are like this, like, oh, she's not like that, she's not like this, she's different, and they don't they are entitled of their own opinion, but I am also entitled to have my own path, to choose
Yes.
my own direction, and I choose to be myself, and I choose to build for my family, because you know I don't want to repeat repeat what is common, what
Mhm.
is been happening, and when I know it's not doing good for them, so why would I do it?
Yeah.
So so no. So yeah, I'm very happy to share story today. Again, it's quite sometimes I'm not very open on sharing my own story. I would rather have interviewed people and learn from them, but it's a different experience when I
Yes.
get to share my own story too. And yeah, I get to know you. I get to know a lot of people. It's a different experience, and I'm really loving it though. I'm still nervous.
Yes.
I'm sweating. I'm always nervous when I go live, Sandy, for some reason, but I'm happy that I feel that, because it just makes me feel more more exciting, more learn more, to finally get rid of those nervousness. Hopefully, one day it will come.
Yeah, no, it will. It will. No, I totally understand you because one thing is to be on my spot, to interview someone, and the other thing is being on your spot, being interviewed. So
Mm.
I totally get you because I was so used to interview people, but
Okay.
I was not used to be interviewed. So my fear
Oh.
interviews, I was like you, my heart was pumping so fast, and I was so nervous. But yeah, as you start doing it, it's better. And I've seen other
Yes.
business owner in the community, which is the opposite. They're so used to be interviewed, so now there's fine for them, but they're not so used to be like on
Interviewer.
to be the interviewer. Yes,
Yes. Yeah, but
but
now
yeah,
I want to be interviewed because I'm doing a lot of interviews, and yeah, I get to, it's also nice to share my own story with
yeah,
other people's business pages. And I am proud of my story, and that's me. So I want to be real me. I'm always me. So yes, now I'm reaching out to a lot of business owners that, hey, I'm also available on this time if you want to. I'm so grateful for you that you said yes. Oh my god, thank you so much, Sandy.
you're
It's a
welcome.
nice conversation.
You're welcome. I just wanted to say, yeah. The other thing I want to mention is that like a lot of us, we think our story is not so powerful because we tend to compare to other people's story.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is, everyone's story is powerful because it doesn't matter if you're not connected to everyone. There's someone out there on the other side of the screen that you are connecting with through your story. So that's why it's very important to share your story so people can connect with you through your story, through your pain
Mm-hmm.
points. We do have a comment here from, oh no, that's you. That's you,
No, that's my
right?
sister.
Oh,
That's my
that's your
sister.
sister. uh,
Yeah, she's living in France.
mhm.
Hi.
Thank you for your comment. um, Yeah, so yeah, it's important to share our story, yeah, because that's how we can connect, and people get to know us, who we are, and why are we doing this. Because a
True.
lot of times, they see in us, but they don't really know why are we doing it. So yeah, so thank you
Exactly.
for sharing that. All right, so we have lots of like emojis here from Fatima Hashmi, Janet Lina Quinty, Janita Tupaz. We also have
Oh,
heart emojis from Jenaline Ambawas, Mats or Angeles, Lilibeth Siervo, Jeffrey Riham Lawigan, and then Melissa Mutonin Giroux. So thank you so much, everyone,
oh.
for watching the live with us today and for all your heart emojis and your comments. Um, so yeah, so we hope so that you got inspired with Anna's story, that you connected, through her story, and hopefully, you get inspired to be able to find, open your eyes that, there are better options for you, and you'll be able to take that leap of faith to create that better lifestyle for you and your family, and go for your dreams. Never stop dreaming, but also take action.
Yes.
So thank you everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. To our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us and for engaging with our content. If you're not following us on Facebook, you can follow us up here. And where do they can follow you? What is the name of your Facebook page?
It's Digital Dreamers in L. So just research Digital Dreamers in L, and that's me and my husband is managing it. So that's our business page, and of course my personal account is always Annalyn Ambawas, my with the blue check in there, for the purpose of security.
Yes.
So as you also know that it's real. So because I'm
Mhm.
really I wanted to be verified, and of course in social media you have to be wise, you have to work smarter. So and then
Yes.
that's part of it.
Yeah,
So
because there's a lot of
yes,
people that try to clone your pages,
yes, and I've seen
so
that a lot, and I don't want that
yeah.
to, as much as possible. There are things that are out of control, but to prevent it, and there's a way to prevent it, then better do it. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's why.
Thank you for sharing that. And now, for those people who are watching us on YouTube, and you haven't subscribed to our channel, you can subscribe to our channel, and you can find it like, are you on YouTube too?
Yes, I have YouTube. It's Anna and Patrick Bors also. Wow, I've never mentioned about my YouTube channel because I've never posted something in there, but all my lives are connected to YouTube channel. So I don't for some reason I don't upload and YouTube because I'm not yet used to it. But I have a YouTube channel because I want to advertise in YouTube. So I'm using the platform like in Facebook. I'm also using in Facebook. I'm active on Facebook and very soon in TikTok and Instagram.
Yes.
I'm learning. So I really need time. But in YouTube all my lives is also streamed live there. So yes.
Yes. So on YouTube, you can find me on Sandy Caballero or Sandy to Empower Live. So if you haven't subscribed to our channels, you can subscribe to the channel, press that notification bell, and that way you get notified when we post new contents and when we are going live. So that way you keep learning about this online opportunity. And when you're ready, we're gonna be here to help you out and guide you along the way. Um, so if you want to learn more about this online business opportunity, here are the options that you have. So you can either put in the comments more info, or you can send us a private message, or you can register directly into our website. So what is your website?
Yes. Oh yeah, my website is annaandpatrickbors.com. So just it's my name and my husband's name. So we just use it like our I don't know, we choose our name. And I like your Sandy to empowerlives.com. Wow.
Well, it's because there were so
Yeah.
many Sandy Caballeros, so I got no choice.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how, actually, when I picked my name, it wasn't actually that one, but like sometimes
Okay.
destiny lets you to that. So when I searched for
Yes.
my domain for my website,
Mm.
it was the one that I had initially. It was kind of almost similar, but it was empowering lives. um it was like $1,000 for the domain. I said, oh no, that's too much. And then he
Okay.
gave me options, and one of the options was Sandy to Empower Lives, and I said, whoa, I like this one better, so it was meant to be. So that's how
Okay.
Sandy to Empower Lives was born.
That's why I think it's like your name is very common, especially in the Philippines. And I was like, Caballeros, she might be a Filipino. I just was like, I am so surprised. But yes, really, I think we have a little bit kind of similarity in our, you know, and I think that that's why it. But I've seen people using those things like digital, but as a beginner, we really choose our names and it was available, so it was not very our names is not very common, luckily. So it is not hard to pick it up. The
Yeah,
domain. Yeah.
yeah. So when you register into our website, you just have to register with your name and your email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So we do have live webinars. In North America, we have it every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. What about Netherlands?
It would be Wednesday and Friday. It's 2 a.m. So most of the people here, even myself, I watch the replay, and it's just the same experience. So
Yes,
because we are in the digital, I'm very happy that replay is available anytime, anywhere. So if you, some people are watching it at 2 a.m. But because we are working, I understand that all the people here are working because we are living paycheck to paycheck, like 90% of the people. So I would recommend to watch the replay. Just register your name and email, and we will send that to you. And just you can watch it anytime you want.
yes. So that on that same email, you will have two links. So the first one is to register for the live webinar. That one will take you to a page that'll have two buttons. So either for Tuesday, Thursday, or Wednesday or Friday. So you can register for either one or for both. And the second link is the replay of the live webinar, so you can watch it from the comfort of your own home, and no problem. So if you cannot make it to the live webinar. So in addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now you probably wonder, okay, so what am I going to find out on the webinar? So on the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So there you go. So now if you want to learn more, you have those three options that you can do. And then we'll be here happy to help you and guide you along the way. So saying that we want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday, and a happy and blessed Saturday, actually, for those who
Saturday.
are on Saturday. And I don't know, here in North America, I don't know if in Netherlands too, but this coming Sunday is Happy Father's Day.
Yeah,
So,
here also it's the
okay,
same.
well, okay. So we
Yeah,
want to
so
wish
advance
everyone,
happy Father's Day to all fathers all over the world. All
yes,
fathers. Not all fathers, also to the single moms that
yeah,
became the
that
fathers
they
to
have
their
their role.
kids.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. So yeah, so happy Father's Day to all, everyone, and to single moms too. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so Seeing that, we also want to say thank you to our special guest Anna for taking some time of her
Thank
day
you.
today and sharing her story with us. And we hope so that you got really inspired. If you didn't have the opportunity to watch it from the beginning, you can rewind it and watch it from the beginning, and you will see that there's lots of nuggets there that you can get inspired to. So thank you everyone for being here with us today. So stay tuned for tomorrow for another episode of the Real Talk Journeys of Resilience and Success with another topic and another guest. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching. And thank you again, Anna, for being here with us today.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye. God bless you all.